I hate to say it, but I believe this in my soul right now. I wish LeBron James will retire. Not because I don't want to see more of LeBron James, not because I don't appreciate LeBron James, but I honestly believe deep down inside, the more LeBron James continue to play the game of basketball, the more it's going to hurt his legacy, and the more it's going to continue to hurt his GOAT argument.
Okay, so Perk was firing off takes this morning.
I guess.
Are you getting some? We're going to give you a chance to explain. I know, he's coming up like this. We're going to give you a chance to explain before I stick Monica on you. Go ahead.
No. I want to hear it first, and then I'll explain.
And then you get a rebuttal.
I
All right,
hear it first.
Monica, go ahead.
So I actually don't hate the argument, and I think we are entering that territory where does LeBron James want to be the veteran and helping guys grow, or is he still competing for titles, right? So I don't hate the argument, but I do think it dismisses how much he still has to give and how he is performing.
Thank you, Monica. Perk, you my brother. You know I love you from another mother, right? Okay? But besides LeBron James still having enough gas in the tank to be a great player in the association, he still has something to play for that might even in his head, in his eyes, in his perspective, be bigger than basketball. Playing with or against his son. You know, we've heard it the past few years, like that's what's driving him. That's motivation. That is historic, that possibility. And then on top of it, he still has a team that is capable of competing. I can't say it enough. If they did not draw the Denver Nuggets, this might be a playoffs that still has LeBron James. And then lastly, I'll say this, even though he is metaphorically in Cancun right now, so is Steph Curry and Kevin Durant.
And Giannis
to me,
and Joel.
Thank you, correct. But I'm talking about this generation, KD, Steph, and LeBron. We talked about the GOATs, right? Michael Jordan and stuff, and we talked about The Last Dance. To me, it's going to be so fascinating to see the last stand of those guys because they got bounced earlier than they have expected. They still have generational talent that they're trying to milk all of, is it milk? Or I don't know. Squeeze, whatever.
Yes.
Squeeze all the juice. Thank you. Squeeze all the juice out of.
Is that what you were doing?
But what I am saying is their response is going to be iconic in a way that we can see what comes from them as great players. We've still got stuff left, and I'm going to exit.
I am very rarely succinct. I am very rarely succinct, but I have 4 words.
Okay.
He is still great. Like, that's it. Yeah. He is still great. Like, LeBron James is still a great player. So I know what you're saying, Perk, because it is whenever they don't win and whenever they fire a coach, and obviously that goes on his ledger as well, especially with the jumping up and down in that Denver series and the undercutting of Darvin Ham, and I think a lot of this is tied to him here. But LeBron James is still great. I want to see him play as long. I don't think he stops playing until he is not great, until he truly loses a step and cannot be that good.
Respectfully, right, Momo? This is not Wizards Jordan before he goes. This is
not Kobe in his last year.
Averaging 26 points per game and still can affect it in a different way.
So, Perk, we're going to hand it over to you for your rebuttal, but I'm just going to add this. Maybe the quiet part, I don't know. No one who believes that Michael Jordan is the GOAT is going to change their mind. The end.
Yeah.
That is not something that you cannot, nothing LeBron James, that stance for folks who believe that, I've never met someone who's changed their mind, but go ahead.
Well, it's a way to change their mind. Stephen A. has said numerous occasions that if LeBron James won another ring, he would actually consider changing his mind. And we know how stubborn Stephen A. is when it comes to the MJ conversation. But let me explain something to you. So how did, to all you sweet ladies, how did we get to this point?
Oh, bless your heart, he said.
How did we get to the point why I even put that out there? I'm going to tell you how. Because our big brother, the legend, Michael Wilbon, went in on LeBron James, right, about the level of accountability. We know who is Michael Wilbon's GOAT. It is Michael Jordan. And what I'm saying is LeBron James has nothing else to prove. So when I talk about legacy, when we're talking about legacy with him, we're not talking about the 40,000 plus points. We're not talking about the NBA all-time leading scorer. We're talking about the GOAT conversation. And when he's putting on the Laker uniform, let me remind all of y'all, LeBron James said he would never cheat the game of basketball, and we believe that. right? So he's going to continue to play at an elite level. If he can't play at that level no more, he will walk away from the game of basketball. But if he's going to continue to put up those numbers in a Laker uniform, then what's the expectations for elite LeBron James in a Lakers uniform? It's going to be championships. And every single season that he continue to go and fall short, guess what? It's going to be other stabs at him every single season. So I'm not saying that he can't go out there and average 25 or 28 points per game. All I'm saying is, why not retire when you're on top? We knew that Kobe could have won another 2 or 3 years. Kobe left on his terms because he knew the expectations of putting on the Laker uniform requires him not only playing at the elite level,
right,
but also him winning NBA championships.
Well, coming back to reality, because we don't really think that LeBron James is going to be retiring. We don't know what he's going to do. He's been very clear he needs to take a little bit of time here. One thing is clear, they don't have a head coach. Where do they stand with that?
I think they need to find somebody that LeBron James and Anthony Davis respect.
Okay.
I mean, whether that's a veteran coach who's won championships, whether that's Ty Lue if the Clippers don't get that done with him.
Seems off the table, right?
Seems off the table, but or whether that's JJ Redick, who he's hosting a podcast with, and they clearly have a little bromance going. Like, they need to find somebody, because I don't think LeBron James is going to play that much longer. I don't think he's going to retire this summer, but they need to find somebody he's got a mind meld with, that he and Anthony Davis respect and are going to follow, because clearly it's going to be impossible for anybody to coach that team if the two best stars are not on board.